What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening with the economic calendar moving forward, what's going on with other factors, what you should be watching for as time progresses. But before I begin devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Weeble and deposit $500, you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. Deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them, and the offer ends very, very soon in just a couple of weeks. Anyways, for SPY, as you guys can see, we have this resistance at this 535 area. We're going to be watching this very carefully, and we have support all the way here at 534. We're kind of stuck in this range for now, and I did warn you guys yesterday that SPY might push a little bit more. We have pushed a bit more after we got some decent data, and we did end up testing the 535 resistance. But I told you all yesterday that we might see a lot of sideways price action. And I want to make it very clear that we're going to be testing some very, very tough resistance now, and we'll be watching to see how the market reacts moving forward. But the data came out. Initial jobless claims was at 229,000. This was actually above expectations, which wasn't too bad. It was just a bit above the forecasted consensus. Continuing jobless claims was at 1.792 million. That is, once again, aligned with expectations. So we'll see how things go from here. Overall, the market did kind of pop a bit, then drop and kind of trade sideways amidst this coming out. I don't think that that's the main factor really affecting things. Is more to do with the market just fighting tough resistance. So that's going to be very important. Now, on top of all of this, I want to make it very clear that the S&P 500 also hit a new record on Wednesday. Very, very awesome to see. As far as Nvidia goes, there's been some news coming out about how it passed the 3 trillion market cap, which is insane. It even surpassed that of Apple. Absolutely insane. It is the second most valuable U.S. traded company. On top of this, Walmart has come out and they're announced that they're going to be offering new training programs and certifications to fill their high demand roles across their business. That's going to be very useful for them, and also going to be offering a bonus of up to about $1,000 a year to hourly store employees. Now, on top of this, alcohol could be damned. There's been a lot of talk about that. How the largest alcohol distributor in the U.S. may be getting sued over a lot of issues. So we're seeing a lot of talk about that. So we'll see how things go. And finally, Boeing has launched the first ever crewed flight on its long delayed Starliner spacecraft. So, very cool stuff for them. Let's hope that they continue to grow and they improve their planes as well, not just that. Anyways, for Tesla, there's just some news that came out. They have a milestone 50 million of these 4680 battery cells produced at Giga, Texas. Awesome news for the share price, at least for the time being. Now, what do I see for the market going forward? Well, it's very simple. As far as SPY goes, we have 535 as resistance. If we do break through this, we'll be looking at 536. If we end up rejecting, I'll be looking at 534 as support. Losing this, and I think we could be dipping all the way down to 532.5, if not 531.5. Overall, I think what's going to happen is SPY is going to try to push a bit, come back down, and just kind of consolidate up here because resistance is getting tougher at 535. And there could be a move to the downside coming later if we do get a rejection. There's no sign of us losing 534 yet, but as of right now, I do anticipate that's the most likely possibility. So that's going to be important, and I think that that's going to be huge for the way we move. So we have this resistance, and we're going to be watching to see how we end up reacting right over here. For the QQQ, I'm going to see something very similar in my opinion. I think that the QQQ is going to be pushing very, very close to where 465 happens to be. And I think that what's going to happen is we're going to see a lot of shuffling in this entire range right here. I'm going to redraw this and just kind of show you how this is going to look. I think that we're at resistance right now, right in this range between 465. So we might push a little more, and about 464. This range right over here is going to be our resistance area. And I think that what's going to happen is we're going to pop a bit, come back down, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. If we lose 464, I'll be looking at 462.75 to 463. If we lose that, then 461 is coming. But I think we're going to pop a bit, shuffle, trade size before we see a lot of resistance being tested. So I anticipate that to be the most likely possibility. For Nvidia, we're trying to push even higher. We just approached 1250. I think that we're going to continue to shuffle up here as well. If we get a rejection, watch 1225 as support. Losing that opens the doors for 1200. Overall, we are holding well, but I do see some shuffling coming. Bitcoin has pushed about 72,000, just a little bit under that, a few points below that. But now we're kind of coming back down. If we end up losing 70,800, I anticipate it's going to come down to 70,369 towards our 20 EMA. This previous resistance might be tested, so there might be a little dip coming to Bitcoin. We'll see how it reacts to that. For Tesla, we're kind of trading sideways, at least for now. So we're kind of going back and forth and back and forth. We have support currently at this, basically this 173 to 174 area, and resistance around this 180 zone. So it's been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if we end up losing support here, yes, we could dip even lower. There is a head and shoulders like structure. We have a double top that formed here. There's a miniature double top, so this is like liquidity being drawn, which does kind of favor downside a little bit more for Tesla. But we need to lose support at 173 and close below that to get confirmation of a bigger move down. Now, let me make it very clear that on the 4 hour, we have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure that is forming. With this inverse head and shoulders, yes, it is possible for us to start pushing higher to the 200 area as time goes on. I think there's a very good chance that this will eventually get that run, but we're not ready yet. And for now, for the shorter term, we have this smaller head and shoulders that could actually lead to downside. But we haven't officially broke down yet. So we haven't officially broke down. We haven't lost this range just yet. So we're still kind of stuck. So if we lose this range, then yes, Tesla will dip more. We haven't officially closed below 173, so we're still kind of stuck for the time being. Aapl is also trying to push. We have resistance at 196. If we reject, I'll be looking for a retest of 194. If we hold and try to break past 196, we could be going all the way up to 198. My gut tells me we shuffle a bit, maybe come a little lower, get closer to the 194s before we try to bounce again. But that's what I see to be very probable. All right, guys, I think I'm going to have to end the video here. It's actually close to market open. I'm a little late, but I just want to thank you all for listening. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys very, very soon, at least on the next one. Okay, I'll just do a few more just real quick because this will be useful throughout the market open. We reached almost 500 on Meta. We hit 496. If we break through that, 500 is coming. If we fail to break 496, we could be seeing a little dip all the way back down towards 485. So we'll see how Meta ends up reacting. Excuse me. Amazon is trying to push right now, looking more bullish. If we lose 180, that's where we have support. We're going to be dipping back down to 178. If we hold above this, look for resistance around 182 and then 183. Those are going to be our resistance levels. For Microsoft, we look more bullish. I think we could easily push up for 425 points or around that area. And if we end up getting rejection, look for 420 as support. For Coinbase, we're also trying to push. Basically, we have this 252 area as resistance, and we have support down here around 250. If we lose that, we'll be dipping all the way down towards 246. So we'll watch and see if we get a rejection or not, but that's something else that's worth noting. All right, guys. Uh, One last thing is the VIX. As you guys can see, the VIX still has this gap to fill. We will see if this gap gets filled or not soon. And once we fill this, then we could see a bounce in the VIX. But for now, the VIX still suggests that it could dip a little bit. The market could hold up for some time. So we will see how well that goes. With that being said, the market's about to open. So thank you for listening, guys. I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Have a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you, and peace out.